Hey, what's going on, guys? The Horror Man back putting a positive spin on I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. I hope everyone had a great 4th of July, and with it still being 4th of July weekend, Jason and I found a fitting title for today's positive spin. This is, of course, the series in which we watch and discuss hated and low-rated movies. We then tell you what we personally like about them, to contrast the negativity with positivity. You might remember one of our earliest positive spins was for the third movie in this trilogy, I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. That one is definitely the most hated and lowest rated, with an IMDb score of 3.4 out of 10. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer doesn't receive a lot of love either, though. This one has a 4.8 out of 10 score. In my opinion, that's far too low. Released in 1998, a year after the first film, I think this is a fantastic slasher sequel. Just like its predecessor, I Know What You Did Last Summer, this sequel is also set on the long 4th of July weekend. That right there is a positive. And also the reason why Jason and I are giving this movie a positive spin today. The cast is another huge positive. The movie is worth a watch for the cast alone. Jennifer Love Hewitt, Freddie Prinze Jr., and Muse Watson all returned to reprise their roles. Added to the cast in this one is Brandy, Mekhi Phifer, Matthew Settle, Bill Cobbs, Jeffrey Combs, Jennifer Esposito, John Hawkes, Mark Boone Jr., and even Jack Black. I like the opening scene with Julie James and the priest. The college setting in the beginning is awesome. I like the music in this sequel, and the soundtrack even includes a song by Jennifer Love Hewitt. I like the whole radio contest aspect. Probably my favorite thing about I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, though, is the Bahamas setting. Not only are the characters on a remote island, but they're trapped on it because of the storm. It's so atmospheric. It's literally a slasher film on an isolated island. I also love the old hotel and how empty it is. The hotel bar is a great location with all of the string lights, especially since that is also, of course, empty. I love the emptiness of it all. Poolside, the gym, the entire island, because it's not tourist season. The movie has very atmospheric lighting. I like Ray's storyline in this. He spends the entire film trying to get to Julie, and he goes through so much on the way. The kills and the aftermath of them are great. There are good red herrings, great chase scenes like the first film, and a bigger body count. The karaoke scene in the bar is really cool, with the lyrics changing on the screen to I Still Know What You Did. With the exception of a nip slip in another movie, this is the closest we get to a Jennifer Love Hewitt nude scene. After getting out of the shower, she puts on a thin, white, tight-fitting robe, and because it's wet, it's see-through. That's a big positive. 2 of them, in fact. They really pop on the Blu-ray, and Jennifer looks great in this, by the way. The tanning bed scene with the zip tie is very intense, and it's probably one of the scariest and most memorable in any of these films. The voodoo elements with Bill Cobb's character is a nice touch. The cemetery is another awesome location, especially with all of the rain and mud. We get a nice homage to the infamous "What are you waiting for, huh?" scene from the first film. The greenhouse glass roof scene is suspenseful, and I love that the big twist is right in front of our faces the entire time, and the reveals are executed very well. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer is super fast-paced. This movie flies by. This sequel also has a great cliffhanger ending, like the original. Speaking of which, I love I Know What You Did Last Summer. I do. But there are times I think I might like this sequel even more. Now, don't get me wrong, I also really enjoy I'll Always Know What You Did Last Summer. But I Still Know is probably my personal favorite. It's the setting for me. Location, location, location. That rainstorm on the island. It's spectacular. I Still Know What You Did Last Summer is a worthy follow-up, and I definitely think it deserves a higher rating than 4.8. Of course, as I always say in these videos, you don't have to agree. This is just my positive spin. Please be sure to check out Jason's as well. What are your thoughts on I Still Know What You Did Last Summer? Comment below and let me know. To which hated or low-rated movie will we next give a positive spin? Check back soon to find out. Until then, remember, physical media matters. Thanks for watching, guys. Hit that thumbs up and be kind. Subscribe.